So let's see what's going on for you, Gemini. Beginning of the month, you have, this is Hermit. Hermit is here. This is Knight of Cups in reverse. Then you have Eight of Coins in reverse. And then Six of Wands. So Hermit is a card of feeling sometimes there's a high side. There's a high side and a low side to Hermit. So the high side to Hermit is one who is willing to pursue the truth at the expense of anything else. So high side of Hermit card can also be called the disciple or the guru. Traditionally, Hermit is someone who goes up into the mountains like Buddhist monks or like, Catholic priests or monks. It's a very monk card. So, or any other type of religion, even in India, there's definitely guru archetype, and that's something that Hermit has because he's willing to seclude himself and focus nothing on the pleasures or the woes or the trappings of the world. He casts all those off and focuses 100% on the light of the truth and is willing to not only study it, that's disciple, discipline, that card has that etymology in it, but because of his discipline and willingness to look at the truth, he shines forth the light of the truth for all the rest of humanity. So that's the high side of the Hermit. The low side of the Hermit is feeling secluded, feeling isolated, feeling like it's just me out here and I see the truth, but nobody else gets it. Nobody else hears me. If you're familiar with the Greek myth of Cassandra, she had a gift of speaking the truth, but no one would believe her. So that Hermit has a little bit of that in the low side of Hermit, is that, I'm willing to look at things clearly and see the truth, but nobody else. I'm by myself in that. Also, just like the Emperor's New Clothes, the kid who's willing to point out the Emperor's not wearing any clothes. It's kind of like that where you're singled out because you're willing to acknowledge the truth. So that's in the first part of the month, and see whether that applies for you, Gemini, in terms of feeling isolated or feeling secluded or just wanting to get to the heart of the matter, wanting to get to truth with a capital T, willing to look at the truth. And maybe you feel a little isolated because of that. Like if you're looking truth straight in the eye, sometimes it can be a little somber or a little staid, or, it can make you feel not like an outcast, but it can make you feel like, I'm having to look at this truth directly, or confront the truth. Knight of Cups it's funny because Knight of Cups is looking directly at Hermit. So Knight of Cups is a card of the messenger. You can see on his winged helmet, he's got the winged helmet of Mercury or Hermes. Mercury in, I believe, the Roman tradition, and Hermes in the Greek tradition. Could be the other way around, but in both of those, he was the god of news, of carrying things quickly, and he's a messenger card. Some of you will see his image on like florist. I think one of the floral companies uses Hermes or Mercury as its image. So it's a message card, and it's a message of the heart. So there may be a way in which you are trying to convey a message of the heart, and it's making you feel lonely. It's making you feel like, I'm trying to share my heart, but it's only me who knows the truth. Or that you want, I'm going to say this, you want to convey a message of your heart, but because it's in reverse, that's being suppressed, and it's making you feel like you know the truth inside. You're the only one who knows it. Like if, for example, you were in love with someone, you want to convey a message of the heart, but you're not able to, and therefore it's like you know this, but no one else does. You know the truth of the matter, but nobody else does. So if there's a loved one, or if there's some sort of love that you'd like to express, or some sort of message, there may be a way in which you're feeling doubtful, or you don't know how to go about it, or you're keeping it to yourself for some reason, but you somehow know some truth of the matter that isn't being shared with anyone else right now. And you want to, but because Knight of Cups is in suppression, you're having a hard time doing it. And what you're doing instead is you're just focusing on your work. Like, you're just kind of keeping your head down. This is, whoop, I keep dropping these cards. This is funny. Must be all that Gemini energy. 8 of Coins is someone who just focuses on their work, kind of puts their head down. This is a great artisan card. This means like effort in one direction over time yields results. So 8 of Coins is somebody who just puts his head down and gets to work. And you can see he's got a lot of rewards from having done that. He's got all of his wares up on display, and it's often an artist card. So it can mean working with your hands. It can mean being artistic towards something, but generally it's just like working away at something and developing your craft. Because it's in reversed here, what it's telling me is that you may be using work as an escape. If your heart is on this situation of wanting to convey a message, you may just be escaping it by saying, forget it, I'm just going to work away and bury myself in work and not look at what it is that I want to say, or what it is, whatever message is on your heart. You're just working away to escape from it. So I don't know, Gemini, if you do have a Hermit in the upright position, so you are willing to acknowledge the truth at this point, but there's a way in which maybe you know the truth internally, but you're not willing to say it, and you're just working away instead, focusing on getting stuff done in order to avoid that message. Also, at the beginning of the month, you do have this triumph and success card. 6 of Wands is, I'm triumphant, I'm successful, I'm the guy who's riding in on the big horse, and there's a wreath of laurels here, which is the traditional symbol of victory or success. So you do have some success in whatever endeavor you're going to attempt the first week. However, there's a caution in this card of don't get too high on your horse. He can be a little bit smug sometimes, like, I'm just pressing through this and I'm going to get through it. I'm going to be successful. Be careful of not having too much egoism or too much pride is the warning of this card. Don't get too high on your horse, but enjoy the success and the victory that comes from it. Like, maybe even though you're avoiding this message of your heart and conveying it through burying yourself in the work, you're going to see some success from just the efforts that you're putting into what's around you. 8 of Coins. Could be like working on the house or working at your job or just a lot of effort into something. And so you will see success and rewards from that, is what 6 of Wands tells me. But it's kind of funny because you're actually doing all this work to avoid conveying this message about your heart. This card too speaks of sacrifice. This card, Knight of Cups, has a lot of sacrifice energy, like you're willing to sacrifice for children or animals or loved ones. So there may be a way in which you are working away, sacrificing a lot, and it's making you feel really isolated, or just seeing the truth of the matter that you're kind of all by yourself in this. But it's a card. This is a card of success and victory. So through all of that sacrifice and hard work, there is some success at the end of the road with that. So that's your first part of the month for August, Gemini. Middle part of the month is a weird dynamic between these cards and then these cards. So what it's saying to me is, in the heart of the matter, internally, in the center of things, there's a lot of strife going on. If you see this card, this is a card of heartbreak. It's a card of betrayal. It's a card of indecision. It's a card of disappointment. This is 3 of Swords. And as you can see, it has third wheel energy. Like if there was a betrayal, this is going on. Something's very disappointing to you. This card is 10 of Swords, bottoming out. There's a completion. Something feels like it's dead and gone. I mean, the imagery in both of these cards is one of both, it's the heart being pierced by swords and the body being pierced by swords. So there's and swords usually represent mental thoughts or mental activity. There's a lot of swords energy. So this is a lot of negative thought, or a lot of it can be also emotional pain related to negative thought. And that's central core of the issue. However, you may be kind of presenting everything is sunny and okay on the outside. So Sun, this is a great card for saying, like, even though everything there's some difficulties in my inner world here in as far as like thoughts in my heart, Sun is saying, but yeah, everything's cool, everything's okay, everything's sunny, everything's radiant. You're trying to keep a sunny, radiant disposition to shine forth to the world. You're trying to stay positive, is what Sun tells me. And you're trying to look at the sunny side of things. You're trying to look at the bright side of life. So that is the exterior that you're presenting to the rest of the world. And it's good that you're making that effort. It's good that you're trying to like stay positive, stay chipper, but your inner world is a little bit different. There's a lot that's troubling you. And also Temperance is a card of staying balanced, staying calm, seeing both sides of the matter, weighing things. Like Temperance is like peacefulness, calmness, taking things easy. Temperance has a lot of fairness to it. It's an angelic card, so it's very much like trying to see the good in everything. Because it's in reverse, it's telling me that energy is there. That's what you're trying to present to the world. Both the Sun and Temperance have sort of like this halo around them. So you're trying to like be the good person, like the good guy or, the good woman. But that may be the outside external facade. I'll even use that word because all this internal stuff is going on inside. There's a lot. These cards look very positive and present peaceful. Everything's cool. Everything's okay. These cards say, I'm really struggling. I'm really having a hard time with this, but you may just be keeping that to yourself. Also, Temperance because it's in reverse, you really want this peaceful, calm energy, but because it's in reverse, you may not be able to access that. There may be a way in which you're going back and forth between things. You're not able to access the cool, calm, collected side of Temperance. This is sometimes Temperance in reverse can mean instability or feeling not calm, not collected, unsteady, unstable, not at peace is basically Temperance in reverse. So Gemini, I'm going to suggest towards the middle of the month, see if you can identify what it is that is hurting your heart. What are the thoughts? You're having a lot of thoughts about this. Something has ended. And it feels like disappointment. It feels like betrayal. It feels like, swords going through your heart. It's pretty descriptive card just in its imagery. So because these are in reverse also, and there's some way that you're suppressing this. So I'm going to encourage you, Gemini, in the middle of the month to look at and allow yourself to completely feel and acknowledge whatever it is that is going on here. I mean, this could be death. This could be the end of a relationship. This could be, it's a completion card. It's a 10. So 10 of swords, but you're really going through something internally. And I'm going to encourage you to explore it and allow yourself to really feel to the depths of that. But something's telling me that you just are putting a sunny side to the outside world, and that's okay. I mean, you're basically being like a brave soldier with a lot of things. You're trying to find the sunny side. You're trying to look on the bright side of things, and you may even be getting some support in the situation from a relationship. Sun is helping out with that. So try to maintain your steadiness with this, Gemini. I mean, there's some really tough stuff going on here, but see if you can find that inner calm. The card is here for you. You may just need to allow yourself to go through some of this challenge in the middle of the month. And then towards the end of the month, here again, this is an echo of unsteady mind. Chariot is the will. Chariot is decision-making. Chariot is victory, control. I'm going to control things through my mind. It's sort of like I have control over my own mind. I make decisions and things go that way. However, because it's in reverse, it's saying maybe that's not happening. Maybe your mind is not that clear right now. Probably due to what's going on here. But maybe give yourself... I think with these cards in line with one another, like this is saying your mind is unsteady right now. This is saying like your soul or spirit is unsteady. And Hermit says, I want to know the truth. I want to understand to the depths of this matter. I want to really look at it straight in the eye. So I think that being open to really looking at the truth, you are in a place where you're willing and ready to do that. So that's going to help you with this. And that's also your first card. So that's kind of a theme for the whole month. But yeah, I wouldn't try to make any hard and fast decisions right now. Your mind is too unsteady or jumbled, or, you're dealing with a lot here. So give yourself the permission to actually go through that, and that may help Chariot rewrite himself or, recorrect, come back into the upright position. You also have, this is Ace of Rods. So like, this is a new day. You have this vision for a new day. This is new energy. This is new vibrancy. This Ace of Rods, one of the images for it is a runner with a baton who runs out and, is leading the charge on the race. Another image for Ace of Rods is the baton thrower who leads a parade. So it's like new energy, new vitality, new force to go forwards. So maybe... even though you have all this going on, towards the end of the month, you may get a new burst of energy, new vision for a new life, new vitality, even though your mind is kind of jumbled, your peace is kind of being disturbed, you're having some of these heartbreak or negative thoughts or just pain. I mean, ultimately, that's what these cards represent, but you're trying to stay sunny about it. You're going to, towards the end of the month, you're going to get a burst of okay, here's a clear day. Here's a branch of life that the universe is handing to me. Even though you make it through all this and you get an extra little lift towards the end of the month. And you may want to begin something new. Like this could even be wanting to plant a tree in someone's memorial. This could be wanting to start a new project or write a book about what's happened, or it's just new life. So enjoy that when it comes. And then towards the end of the month, here's an interesting thing. This is a collaborative work that is not going well or not happening, or you're not wanting to work on this. Three of Coins is collaboration. It is working on something with other people. 3 can be another artist card, creativity. It can be multiple streams of income. It could be a second job. It's money coming in through creative means, and it's also producing something. It's in reverse, though, so collaborative projects may not be going the way you want them to, or you may not be wanting to work on collaborative projects. I think, with these 3 cards in alignment, this to me in reverse is saying, I don't want to work in this group. I feel like I'm bottomed out. I feel like I've given everything I was able to give, and I've been focused with my head down on work. So in some ways, all these cards in reverse are saying I'm tired of work. You could be really tired of work. It could be really getting to you, especially in a collaborative way. And there's someone, Queen of Coins, who it may be fostering that problem. Like, because this is in reverse right next to Queen of Coins and she's looking away, this could be an earth sign, Taurus, Capricorn, Virgo, who is making it difficult to work collaboratively, or that you're not seeing eye to eye with them, or that you keep trying to please them and they're just looking away. They're not seeing the benefits of what you've contributed, or that you're applying creativity and the Queen of Coins card is not seeing it. She's looking at something else. So, and because she has authority in the matter, this could be like a boss that you're trying to please and they're not seeing your creative collaboration or your creative efforts or talents. Someone who's not valuing you. That's what I really see going on in this situation. Or this could be a mother card, or someone, a female who is in charge or has authority in the situation. So don't waste your creative endeavors on someone who's not appreciating you or not seeing you, is what these cards at the end of the month tell me. If there's someone that you're just like knocking things out for and just giving your best, being creative, bringing in money, building castles, and they're looking away from that, don't, that might be why you're tired of doing it.